Today, I'm going to show you one single book that's generating over $1,000 a day. That's more than $54,000 a month. It's in one of the most viral niches on Amazon KDP right now, the bold and easy coloring book niche. If you've been around my channel for a while now, you'll know all about it. But if you haven't, feel free to watch some of my other videos. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, I've been in the KDP game for a while now, and let me tell you, I've seen trends come and go. Some niches blow up and fade out, others, they have staying power. And if you understand how to position your book the right way, you can start making passive income on Amazon without spending thousands of dollars on ads, without being an expert designer, and without having to write a single word. But this is one of those rare sweet spots. It's broad enough to have massive demand, but the competition is still quite low, which means there's opportunity here if you want to take advantage of it. And the crazy part is that this book isn't even that complicated to make. So today I'm going to break down this niche and why it's blowing up right now, analyze the best-selling books to see what's actually working, look inside these books to understand the interiors, and finally, I'll show you how you can start creating and selling these books today. Now let's be real here for a second. Are you going to publish one book today and make $1,000 plus a day instantly? Probably not. But can you start creating simple books like this and build up a solid passive income stream? Absolutely. And the best part is that once a book is live, it sells on autopilot. You don't have inventory, no shipping, no customer service, just passive income rolling in month after month. So if you're ready to learn how to do this, let's get started. Now, the niche that we're talking about specifically today is going to be the Cats Bold and Easy coloring book. Now, if we take a scroll down the first page, we're going to see that a lot of these books are selling pretty well. We have this one's ranked at 42,000, 137,000, 27,000. And if we scroll all the way down, we can see some more books that are selling pretty well. 231,000. This is a spooky cutie cat. And then let's keep going down. We have one here, 338,000. This one's a cute kittens, bold and easy coloring book. So if we go back up here to the top of the page, we're going to be greeted with this purple bar. This is Titan's Quick View. I use this for KDP research because it's going to give me some of the information that I need to know in order to find out if a niche is potentially profitable. One of those is going to be with the total results. So this one we see 525. Now, when it comes to the search results, which is basically how competitive a niche is, there's no point putting a book up in an overly competitive niche because it's just going to be way too hard to get your book ranked on the first or second page of Amazon so that it can be seen and it can be sold. So I'm looking for search results that have about 1,000 or less because this is going to tell me that the competition is not overly competitive, which means it's going to give you a better chance at getting your book seen on the first or second page of Amazon. So with the total results being 525, we know that the competition is not too competitive here, which means that if you create a book, you're going to have a better chance at getting your book ranked on the first or second page of Amazon, where most of the sales are going to happen. And you're not going to have to need to use things like KDP ads, marketing, etc., etc. Now, Titan's Quick View also gives the exact match, which means how many books are showing up for this exact keyword in their book's title. So out of the first 48 books on the first page, we see only 4 are showing up for a Cat's Bold and Easy coloring book. So there's an opportunity there if you want to use this exact keyword as your book's title. 44 independently published books, which means 44 KDP books on the first page. Average bestsellers rank 1.2 million. The average reviews 30, which tells me that a lot of these books are still racking up reviews, which means that there could be books here that are still fairly new, still just recently published, which means that's a good sign if we want to get into this niche. So with these types of books, I usually see around $6 to $10 as the price point. Now that we know the competition is pretty low, that we have a chance here, it's time to see how much demand there is in this niche. Now, there's no point putting a book up on Amazon if no one's looking for that type of book. So in order to judge demand, I'm looking for 3 or more KDP books that all have a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below, which basically tells me that these books are selling consistently right now, which means that there's some type of demand here. So if we look through the first page here, I'm going to skip all of the sponsored products because I really am just looking for the organic search rankings. So the first one that's not a sponsored product is going to be this cute cats here on the right. Now, if I hover over it, it's going to say under publisher, independently published, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And so with the bestsellers rank of 27,000, that's below that 300,000 that I'm looking for. So this is one book that shows demand. So for me, if I see two more of these books, I know that there's going to be potential for profits here. So this one has the bestseller, Cat Moments, Meow Life coloring book, bold and easy, independently published with a bestsellers rank of 90. This is insanely popular. So that's two books. And the one right next to it, Kawaii Cats, ranked at 18,000. So that's already three books. But what I always like to do is I like to see how many books are selling well on the first page. And if they're selling well to the end of the first page, which tells me that if I can get a book anywhere on the first page, that I'm gonna have a good chance at selling my book. So the next one, 70,000, 215,000, 42,000, and let's keep scrolling down. We've seen some of these books already, but let's just do a quick scroll. We have this one at 6,000, Cussing Cuties at 7,000, and we keep scrolling down. I Love Cats at 258,000. And then this one right here, Kitty Moments, bold and easy coloring book at 137,000. So we know that if we get on the first page of Amazon, that our book is gonna be seen, and a lot of the times it's going to start selling. Now, if we scroll all the way back up, we're gonna see this niche score by Titan's Quick View, and we see a score of 57. Now, when it comes to the niche score, which basically validates the demand and the competition that we're looking at, I'm looking for a score of at least 50. So with a niche score of 57 being above the 50 that I'm looking for, and we know demand is high, competition is fairly low, it all points to the direction that there are potential for profits here, which should get you excited because now it's really time to look at some of these books and see what they're doing right. Now, if we check out this book, this is the Cute Cats Bold and Easy Coloring Book, 50 bold and easy cute designs for adults and kids, a fun and relaxing stress relief gift. So priced at $7.99. If we go to this Amazon KDP royalty calculator, we can see that at $7.99, page count of 109, that the standard royalty for this book is $2.64, with the extended distribution being $1.05, with the price breakdown right here. About $2.15 goes towards printing costs. We have $3.20 Amazon fee, and the rest to the publisher of $2.64. Now, if we scroll down to look at some A+ content, this is the section where publishers can put more details about their book, basically add some character, add some personality into their listings. So here's a mock-up of this book. And then here is an interior that's fully colored in. And then the next image are 4 pages of interiors that are not colored in. So it's gonna give us a great idea of how to create this type of book. And then we have another mock-up right here. Now, if we take that bestsellers rank and plug it into this KDP book sales calculator, we see the bestsellers rank of 42,550. That's good for 7 sales a day, 210 sales per month, and in estimated royalty terms, that's $18 per day and over $500 per month, all coming from one single coloring book. Now, if we check out this book, this is the one ranked at 90, has the #1 bestseller badge. It's called Cat Moments, Meow Life coloring book for adults and teens. This one has 40 coloring pages, so a little bit less than the previous book, sized at 8.5 by 8.5 inches, which is the typical size for bold and easy coloring books. This one is priced at the same $7.99, but it has an overall shorter print length at only 88 pages. So with these types of books, you can get away with around 30 to 40 coloring images, and you can still price your book at about $7.99. Now, if we scroll down to look at some A+ content, here are the interiors fully colored in, and here are some just the black and white interiors. So this also gives us some great ideas of how to actually create our own cat coloring book. Now, if we check out that bestsellers rank of 90, so this is top 100, we can see estimated book sales, 688 book sales per day, over 20,000 book sales per month, and we add that royalty calculator, we can see almost $2,000 per day and over $54,000 per month, all coming from one single book. This is the power of Amazon KDP, because although this is unrealistic for most of us, the fact is that this can actually happen. And so the thought of this is always in the back of all of our minds, because whether or not this is realistic, this is a possibility. Before we continue, if you're ready to take action and want a full step-by-step guide that walks you through the entire process of creating books just like this, I put together something that'll save you a massive amount of time and frustration. It's called the KDP Royalty Roadmap. This isn't just some service level advice, it's a complete start to finish guide that covers everything from niche research to book creation, publishing, and actually getting sales. Plus it dives into strategies I wasn't able to cover in depth in this video. No guesswork, just a proven system to help you start making money with Amazon KDP, even if you're starting from scratch. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, I'll put the link down below. Now, to create this type of book is actually pretty simple. I have multiple other videos about bold and easy coloring books on my channel. And right now, my favorite coloring book maker for these types of books is Nourier Creator. And why is that? Well, for one, it's probably the most beginner-friendly art generator tool that you can use. All you have to do is enter prompts less than 10 words, and it's going to generate images that are already pure black and white for coloring pages, and it's already upscaled. So those lines that you see on the paper, they remain crisp and clear as you zoom in on the page, which a lot of the times is the issue with other art generators. Now, on top of that, they give you a lot of options on how to create an image. So for me, what I do is I use AI generation, but they also have something called single niche multiplier, Q generation, and you can also upload your own clip art that the tool will turn into a coloring image. Now, I like to do freestyle, and freestyle is basically if you know what prompt you want to use, what kind of style you want to use, you can kind of create your own prompt. Now, they also have this DFY mode, which allows you to build your prompts where it's going to ask you to describe the main character. You can describe a situation, which is optional, and you can choose an art style where here are all the art styles. You have kawaii, stained glass, steampunk, higgy, tattoo, clip art, comic, anime, watercolor, Zen doodles, and so on and so forth. So if we go back to freestyle, these are the prompts that I came up with. So the first one, I did charming cat with big eyes in a clip art style because I was playing around with the tool and I kind of like how the clip art style looks like. And then I did smiling cat sitting on a couch, lovable kitten, friendly cat, precious cat holding yarn, fluffy cat, silly cat peeking from a box, cute fat cat, sweet kitty with a big bow tie, and then snuggly kitten and a blanket in a clip art style. And after that, there's only a few more options to choose from here. You can choose no background, but for this type of book, since the examples that we were looking at had some background elements, I wanted to choose background layer assist. And then I chose my image size, which is 8.5 by 8.5. They have all of these image sizes that you could choose from. And then the line thickness, where you can choose thin, medium, or thick. Obviously, this is the big and bold style, so I chose thick. And then just hit generate images. And that's pretty much all it is right here. It's very simple and it's gonna take a few minutes. And then this is what it's gonna come up with. Every prompt that you have is gonna come up with a set of 4 images. And you can choose 1, 2, 3, however many you want, because not every single image is gonna be perfect. You're gonna notice this cat has 2 tails. This cat has a broken tail, 2 tails. Now this one looks pretty good. It's not the most perfect image. So what you could do is you could regenerate the image and get a new set. But let's go ahead and look at the next prompt. This one is smiling cat sitting on a couch in a clip art style. As you can see, not perfect every image. This one kind of looks funny. However, the first one looks pretty good. And the last one does as well. Now the next one, lovable kitten in a clip art style. I kind of like this last one right here. However, I see that the lines are kind of thin. So with this tool, you can add line thickness. Right down here, you can put the slider up here. And I'm just gonna do 4, just so you can see what it looks like. Hit update image, and you can see just how much more it thickened up. And you can always play around with this tool. So if you wanted to decrease the line thickness to 3, you could easily do that. And this one actually looks a little bit better. So the next one, friendly cat in a clip art style. I feel like any of these would do, but I really like the first one and this last one right here on the right. Now the next one is gonna be up here in images 17 to 32. We're gonna have Precious Cat holding yarn in a clip art style. So I think all of these would do well. And then if we go Fluffy Cat in a clip art style, we can see just the variety of images here, and Silly Cat peeking from a box in a clip art style. As you can see, if you get the prompt right, the images turn out very, very good. This one, obviously, 3 paws, but this one's good. And then the first one is actually really, really good. Now the next one, Cute Fat Cat in a clip art style. And then if we go to the last set of images, I only did 10 prompts. You're gonna want at least, I would say 30 to 40 images. So all you have to do is create more prompts. You could regenerate the same set of prompts and get new images if you want to do that. This one is a kitty in a big bow tie. And then the last one is Snuggly Kitten in a blanket. So once you have all of your images, you can go ahead and download these. So I like to download as an SVG. You can download as a PNG, PDF, or PowerPoint. But the SVG, I noticed, just allows it to maintain those lines to make it and keep it crisp and clear. So I download this as SVG and I upload it onto Canva, where I go ahead and finish this book and I put it all together. Now on Canva, what you want to do is you want to go to custom size here, and under units, you want to make sure it's inches, and you want to type in 8.5 by 8.5 inches for the width and the height. So 8.5, 8.5, and then create new design. Now the first page is always typically a belongs to page. And what does that look like? So if you go to text, add a heading, type in this book belongs to, and then all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make it a little bit smaller so we can make it a single line. And then I'm gonna put it right smack dab in the middle right there. Go to elements on the left-hand side, go to shapes, look for a line like this and put it on the bottom. And then I'm going to extend it all the way to the other side where it stops right there. Now for here, we can go ahead and enlarge this and we can call it good like that. But since this is a coloring book, what I like to do is I like to turn this font into a font that the customer can color in. So if you go and just pick a different font, one that would fit this type of book, for example, this one right here, let's go ahead and resize this so it fits the page, and then click on the element, go to effects, go to hollow. And as you can see, it turns it into a coloring element, and you can play around with the thickness right there. And then just go ahead and center it right in the middle. So this book belongs to. Now we're gonna add a page. This page is going to act as the backside to this page. So typically when you have a coloring book, you don't want anything on the backside of the page because it's gonna bleed through. Whatever marker, whatever anything, ink, it's gonna bleed through to the backside of the page. So we typically want to leave it blank. Now just add another page. Now on page 3, this is where we want to put our first image from Nuria Creator. Now if we go ahead and take the images that we just downloaded and highlight all of them, I just like to go ahead and upload every single image onto Canva. It makes it easier for me to pick and choose the images that I want. And once it's done uploading, we're going to start with the first set of images, which is right here. And if I remember correctly, the one that I like is this one right here. But the thing with this one is that there's a lot of artifacts around the actual image. Now, if there's an image that you want to fix on Canva, what you're going to want to do is actually download the PNG version of it, because the SVG version we can't actually edit on Canva. So if you go back to Nuria Creator, you can download the PNG counterparts. So here's the PNG version of this file. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one. Now we can go ahead and actually make edits to this image. So with this one, you can drag the image smaller so you can take away a lot of that artifacting right there. Same with this one, and same with up here, and same with from the bottom. Now, obviously there's some left over. So what you can do is you can click on the image, hit edit, go to magic eraser, and you can go ahead and clean up those ones by just highlighting places that you want to go ahead and delete. And then hit erase. And then if we get out of this magic eraser, you can see that the image is cleaned up. Now all we have to do is just make it bigger and center it. And then that's good. Now add a page. This is the backside of this coloring page. So for bleed through purposes, because obviously when the customer is going to use some type of marker, it's going to end up on the back side, which is this page. So you want to add another page, and this is going to be page number 5. Every odd page is where you're going to want to put an image. So I'm going to go ahead and pick and choose from the images, and I'll show you what I came up with. Now with this last image, I kind of want to fill in this part of the eye. So we can go to here to draw, look for the pen tool like this, a marker, color it black. And if we zoom in, we can go ahead and fill this part in. We just have to get the correct black here and just fill it in just like this. And then there you go. So this is what your book should look like. You have your book belongs to page as page number 1, blank page, and then your first coloring image, blank page, all throughout the book. Now keep in mind, you're gonna wanna have at least 30 to 40 images, which means your total book length is gonna be anywhere from 60 to 80 plus pages, including these blank pages. Now, all you have to do is just go back to Nurier Creator and keep putting in prompts. You can try different types of prompts. You can resubmit the exact same prompts, get new types of images, and keep downloading and just keep putting it into Canva until you have your completed book. Now, all these images are going to be upscaled. So if I zoom in all the way, you can see just how crisp and clear these lines are, which is what we want for a coloring book. And now once you have all of your pages done, all you need to do to save this for KDP is hit share, hit download, download as a PDF print, flatten the PDF. You want to make sure it's all pages and you want to choose CMYK because that's best for professional printing. But if you only have the free Canva, you can choose RGB. Go ahead and hit download. Now, if you want to know the rest of the process, including the book cover creation, as well as how to use keywords in your title, subtitle, and those back-end keyword boxes, go ahead, make sure to download my KDP Royalty Roadmap, which is going to help you complete this book. Also, if you want to check out Nurier Creator, I'll put the links down below. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffsAtLife. That being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.